So today I want to talk about a few neat things. I want to talk about first about the summer and how hard it is to keep grass in the summer when it's hot, and a lot of us don't want to spend the money on the water. So I just want you to know that everybody has the same issues. If you're out there cutting, just keep your 1/3 rule, keep cutting, and you'll do pretty good. My grass has spots just like everybody else's. The one side's pretty bad actually. We're gonna show you a new product today. I want to check this out. This is really cool. It's called the Chameleon. I want to show you that it uses, what this does is it uses the spray from, you could mix your own sprays. It has a dial on the top like most units. The only really cool thing is it has a valve on the inside that screws right to the cans. We'll show you. So you could use this for like standard, let me show you, I'm not gonna do it. See this? Check it out, see that? It could screw right onto a bottle. It's really great. So you could use this, you can mix your own, which we're gonna do today. And we're gonna do a trick I learned a long time ago. I'm gonna show you a trick, how to use head to toe wash and shampoo Baby Johnson's. This will work as a surfactant. What it does is this makes the water slip through the grass and go into the soil more, and it makes your water more efficient. So a lot of people will water all day long and you'll say they have a fantastic lawn, but they have a $900 water bill. I want to try to show you how to get it so your water's more efficient. If you stick around, I'll show you how I do it. But I wanted to pretty much have this video to not only do that, but to say that everyone has the same issues. Everyone's lawn in the middle of the summer starts to burn a little bit. It's just how we deal with it and how much money we want to throw at it with water and keeping it moist. I'll show you. I just cut. It's striping up pretty good. And there's my weight. Remember the counterweight we put on the McLean? Let me show you real quick. So I'm bagging today, and I want to show you the counterweights, how it works with the bag. See how it works in the bagging? It's still working fine. So I was able to lay down some pretty mean stripes today. But look, on this side of the lawn, I have the same problems a lot of people have. You see the dead? You see how it's drying up a little bit? This isn't completely dead. What I want to do now is I want to do a lawn shampoo. I'm going to lay down soap so this slips more water into the soil. See how it's starting to burn pretty good on this side. That's still laying down some pretty good stripes. From the street it looks great, but it's starting to burn a little bit, so we're going to deal with it. We have a couple spots right here, but you see how it's getting dry. See over there? That's a little bit, I think, Poa. That's dying off in the sun, and this is all from the other lawn just creeping in. So this is a fight all the time. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to do a lawn shampoo, and it's going to be a really nice treatment. So stick with me to the end. I appreciate everybody, and let's get to it. It's not too great. I was hoping for a little bit better out of the fireball, but as you can see, there is some spots. See, it's not really spreading as good. So we're gonna do this, and then if this doesn't do it, we're gonna be very cutting. And we're gonna be cutting or plugging or doing something to get some water down deeper into the roots. Now my lawn looks actually pretty good today, not too bad. But what I want to do is make it so the water is more efficient. I could water all day long and be a real hero, make it green, but I haven't been, and you see how it's burning on the edges. So let's do this bath. So the shampoo is 3 ounces of this per 1,000 square feet. So we're gonna do, the cool thing about this is it sets on 3 ounces. Now I'm gonna do a test and check out how much comes out at 3 ounces, and I'm gonna bet that this will do a pretty good job. We're gonna do trial and error. So this will be I'll do this in the comments. I'll post this in the comments. Even if you get screwed by Sunday and they don't send you a sprayer, this is a good way to apply it. You take the bag, you open it, you pour it in here, and you spray it. If you ever use a Sunday sprayer, they don't work very well if you don't have enough water pressure. So this works a whole bunch of different ways. So inside of here you get a whole bunch of instructions. It basically tells you to test this thing before you, it tells you to test this before you use it. They also have a long hose that reaches the bottom of a regular container, so if you're using this fitting that goes on here to screw onto your bottle and you'll directly spray it, then that works too. Pull off the cap. It's going to be messy. And I want 3 ounces per 1,000 square feet, right? So what I'm going to do is pour in, I think, 3 ounces first. It's on this side. They do have ounces on here, by the way. So 3 ounces, I could do 3, 12, 16. Yeah, this looks like 4, 6, and 12. So we're gonna do 12 ounces and take this and you pour it in until you reach the 12-ounce mark, which is pretty easy to see. That's another benefit. See the 12 ounces, it's coming right there. So that's 12 ounces. So we're gonna see how this works. We're gonna take this, put it on, and set this at 3 ounces, and hopefully that works. If not, we're gonna have to lower it. And if it sprays like crazy, we'll slow it down. Now my hose in the front of the house is pretty small. I think it's like a 1/2-inch hose because I needed 100 feet to get to the other side. So when I bought the reel, I had to get it a little narrower. I'm not really sure of the actual width, but it's like a 1/2 inch. So it doesn't really put out a lot of pressure. So you might have to do some testing with this also. So I'm gonna hook up the hose, I'm gonna spray a little, so maybe the worms will all come up. Soap brings the worms up also. If you ever wanna try that, put a bucket of soap on your lawn and see what comes up. You'll be surprised. So the great thing is this Chameleon comes with a quick connect, which is really convenient. It goes on the end of here, goes on like that, comes off real quick, and it holds water. So I'm going to put the hose on it. I'm going to screw it onto the hose and turn it on and see if it holds water. So I'm going to turn this on and see if it holds water. I don't think it will. Yeah, it does. So this thing holds water full pressure, and it's a quick connect. So when you plug this in, it's probably going to get me all wet. Huh? No, it actually worked pretty good. It actually went on pretty good. So we're going to pull out the reel as far as we can get it. Let's pull out the reel. Let's see how it mixes. And I'm gonna fill up the soap and fill up the whole container with water also. It goes through the tube a little smoother. I want to make sure it goes on the lawn good. So I filled it up with water all the way to the top almost, and I think this will help. This will make it pull in a little bit better. Let me see. I'm gonna spray it on the lawn. So adding extra water to that to make it come out easier is no big deal, as long as you make sure you evenly spread it on the same amount of footage. Looks pretty good. And we have one fan like that, which is probably what we need, right? We probably need something like this to get all over the lawn. So I'm gonna gently come across and put this in the lawn. So right now I don't know how much really is coming out, but I'm gonna make it sure it's even, and I'm gonna come back and forth a few times to make sure I get everything. So I'm going, and Chameleon's doing his job, and I'll watch my fluids, my fluid level, and I'm gonna spray this all on the lawn. Keep going until it's an even coat on the whole lawn. Now I'm doing this right as the sun goes down, so I don't get a lot of evaporation. We got dry spots. Let's get the dry spots. This is how you survive the summer. I rather do it a couple times and make sure my product's all over the lawn correctly. There's a lot of white spots in here. This is probably going dormant a little bit. It's been super hot around here, so we're hoping that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. So all this was Fireball, and I'm not really sure it was that great. We're gonna see in the fall replant again, and I'm gonna tell you through the winter, because I planted this in the beginning of the year and I'm not really happy with it so far. But if anybody that knows what they're talking about will probably yell at me in the comments that what do I expect planting in before the summer. So it looks like I almost got half already. I'm getting down to the end of my lawn. You know how we do. We roll with a little extra, right? They're supposed to follow instructions perfectly, but we never do. And that's what makes us us, right? But it's the persistent cutting, I think, that makes everything really nice. I'm telling you, it's got to be the cutting. On and on. No matter what I do, I could torture the lawn, and as long as I cut it to the 1/3 rule, it usually comes out pretty nice. I could actually pour iron into this thing and spread it out at 3%, couldn't I? I also don't do much edging in the summer right now. I stopped all edging. So if you notice my edges, so they don't burn any more than they already do. It's just way too hot. I do spray a little more into this corner. Spray into the corners like this. And the lawn looks pretty good right now. It's looking pretty fresh. And then this thing has a handle. So look at this, you could stop it. Pretty good, right? It doesn't look like this thing shoots out soap, but I want to show you something. So when it's set to 3 ounces, it shoots out a pretty good amount of soap. See? So I think for the price of a bottle of soap, and you could even overuse it a little bit on your lawn, it's probably going to save you way more money in water. So it's a good trick. I think it's worth doing. We really appreciate it, everybody. I hope you join the channel. We're growing, and it's getting to be really good, and we're trying to get everything out there that we know. I just want to show you what I know and what works for me, and I hope that people in the comments will join in. No stress comments here. We want everybody to tell what they think. It's fine. And if you think you have a better way, I appreciate it. You want to see something, put it in the comments. I'll try to bring it forward and do a test on it. It's just regular gardening, man. You know, the persistence is what wins the battle. Even like you see here, I didn't water over here and it's burnt. You know, we're all human. This is what happens. You know, this is the kind of channel I want to have. I want to do with my wife, and we're hoping that if you guys have a better way and more, you know, something interesting you want to share with us, we hope to make this a really good community. So leave it in the comments, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot.